Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you are new. If you're new here, my name is Elena. I am the homeschooling mom to 3 kiddos, and one of the things I do to kind of save our sanity around here is freezer meals. So I have been monthly meal prepping, and today we are going to make our freezer meals for the month of September. We don't do freezer meals every night of the week, or every night for the month of September, but we make a couple and then that way it helps. So let me tell you what I'm hoping to get done today. I am hoping to make 2 sausage and rice bags, a barbecue chicken, and then beef and broccoli, bacon chicken ranch, sweet and sour meatballs, and then some pizza dough also. Also on the beef and broccoli, I was hoping to make 2, but I don't know if we have enough meat, so I might make beef and broccoli. I might make beef and broccoli, but I might make ginger beef instead. I don't know. We'll see. I don't have much set out, like I don't have things chopped, and it is later than I wanted to get started, of course. It is already 3:34. I was just making sure the times match. Honestly, I don't know how long it's going to take us, but let's just go and see what we can get done. The first thing I'm going to do is get this pizza dough going. I do have 2 bread machines. One we purchased a long time ago, a couple of years ago, and then this one I just recently, or a few months ago, got from a thrift store. I will link that video if you want to see us thrift shopping. It was actually a really fun day with me and my son, but I digress. Let's get the pizza dough going first because I want to. I think it's going to take the longest actually, so let's get to it. Everything I add in here, I'm going to add to the second one. I just don't think you want to go back and forth between 2 bread machines. So I'm just going to show you this one. So this is what I get for rushing. I already messed up. I started putting in the ingredients for our bread dough, not pizza dough. So I'm going to kind of tinker with it and see if I can get it. I was reading off of 2 different recipes. From memory, I just started dumping in stuff for our bread dough. And then I looked down at the pizza dough recipe and then started adding the stuff from the pizza dough. So I made a mess. And it's already going to be 4. It's 3:45. So I'm going to see if I can turn this into bread. And then we'll have 2 loaves of bread. And then maybe I can make the pizza dough afterwards. Okay, the first thing we're going to make is some barbecue chicken. Super simple chicken. And barbecue sauce. You can throw in extra things like garlic, cumin, salt and pepper, all the good stuff. I'm going to actually put 1 in my Instant Pot for dinner tonight, and then 1 in a bag, for later. So let me show you how simple it is. Okay, so I went ahead and I put the chicken in 2 more other bags because I was having a hard time getting the chicken apart. So I just went ahead and put chicken in both bags and then in here. So in this one, the barbecue chicken, I am going to go ahead and put a little bit of garlic powder in both, and then I'm just going to half this jar of barbecue sauce. This is a larger jar. It's 30 ounces. We got it from Costco. So I'm just going to put half in here and half in for dinner tonight. To the Instant Pot one, I'm actually going to put like maybe a cup of water to the bottom, just so I don't get that burn notice from the sugar inside the barbecue sauce. For my Instant Pot one, I'm just going to go ahead and throw it in and put it on high, or just whatever high pressure is, for 25 minutes roughly. And then this one, I'm just going to throw in the freezer just like this. And then we're going to move on to the other chicken meal so I can get all this in the freezer. Okay, the other chicken meal we're going to make is some bacon ranch chicken. I went ahead and put the chicken, there goes my Instant Pot. I went ahead and put the chicken in first, because like I said, it was in a giant Costco bag of frozen chicken, but it was really hard to tear apart. So once I got the pieces apart, I just wanted to get them in the bags. So here we go. This one is going to probably be a little less than this one, but that's okay. When I go to serve it for my family, I'll just make sure I get some like extra size with this bag. So to this, I'm going to add some garlic. And I just kind of eyeball it. If you've watched any of our videos, we probably use more garlic than the norm, like that big gulp. I'm not. It's fine. Okay. I have my little man in the kitchen with me too. He's doing reading eggs, so this is going to take a little bit longer than normal. Normally, I have all my 3 kids together and they kind of entertain each other, but it's okay. We're going to do as much as we can. So I got the, what did I put in here? Garlic. Next thing I'm going to do is put in some ranch seasoning. We make our own ranch seasoning from Wellness Mama. So I'm going to throw in.
Well, Mom, I tried 4, but it wouldn't work. 4.
I just threw in 2 teaspoons. We'll see if the day of I need to add more, we can add more. What's the word, bud? So I just went ahead and took the shortcut and bought bacon. You could totally cook your own bacon, put it in the oven, it cooks fast that way. But I wanted the shortcut. So I bought cooked bacon and we're gonna throw it in the bags. That is it. You can also add in half a cup of chicken stock if you wanted to. Actually, what I think I'm going to do is put in a little bit of better than bouillon, and then that way if I throw them in the Instant Pot, I can just add a little bit of water to it. So let's do that. Oh my gosh, I am such a hot mess today, but I hope it gives you inspiration, because if a hot mess like me can freeze and prep, so can you. Spilled better than bouillon on the outside of my bags, but I just got it cleaned up, and so now I'm going to make sure they're dried off, because when I put it in the freezer, I don't want the bags to stick to each other. A little sloppy, but we have 2 more meals down, so let's keep going. Okay, the bread machines are going in the background, so it's a little bit loud. Plus, I'm competing with reading eggs on the other side of me. Bear with me. It's the Hot Mess Express here. Next, though, I'm going to make some sweet and sour meatballs. I didn't have any large bell peppers when I went to the store. They didn't have. So we're going to use the small bell peppers. I just rinsed them off, or the small, you know, sweet peppers. I'm going to rinse them off and chop them up. Okay, so as you can see, there was like no rhyme or reason. It is not the best like chef's cut. We're just getting cuts a little bit smaller, so they'll be maybe more bite-size-ish. More bite-size-ish. Goodness. Okay, the original recipe says for 1 pound of meatballs, but I'm gonna put a little bit more than 1 pound, because 1 pound is not gonna be enough for my family of 5. Another shortcut I took was buying some store-bought meatballs from Costco, so we're just gonna throw those in. And I still have about 2 pounds left. It's a 6-pound bag. So I can put these with barbecue sauce again, or we can just eat them with buffalo sauce. That's delicious also. Let me put these in the freezer so they don't defrost anymore, and then get back to these bags. Has 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I think that we've kind of measured 2 tablespoons out enough that we can just eyeball. Probably a little more, that's okay. Onion. The recipe says for a tablespoon of fresh ginger. I don't have fresh ginger, so I'm going to use just some ground ginger, and I'm going to use half a tablespoon. If it needs more that day, we can put more in. But we'll see how that is for now. It also says to add in 2 cups of beef broth, but I'm going to wait until the day of and add that in. So these 2 recipes are done now. Okay, it's been chaotic in here. I'm still okay. It just dawned on me, like, I was rushing through just trying to get it done as quickly as possible, but really we have nowhere else to go this evening. I'm okay. Let's slow it down. It's already 4:55, so this wasn't a rushed thing. As you can see, I mean, it's real life. I'm a mom and I have kiddos and I gotta take care of them in addition to doing this. So I'm gonna push on and do what I can, and we're gonna move on to the beef meals. So I was gonna originally do 2 beef and broccoli type meals, but I think what I'm gonna do is 1 beef and broccoli and 1 ginger beef. We've never tried that before, but the last 2 months we have had like a ginger type dish. So I think we did like a ginger chicken, and then the next month we did like a ginger pork. 2 different meals, I mean 2 different recipes, and this is yet another different recipe, but all 3 used ginger. So I think we're gonna try that. So let's get into it. So for the beef and broccoli, I'm gonna take another shortcut, and I'm going to use this beef and broccoli season mix and just follow the directions, mix it up in a bowl. This one says to put the packet in. Check. 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Let's see if I have any more tablespoons clean. And then 3/4 cup of water. So let's get that. Purchased beef for stew, so like those meat pieces instead of like thin sliced. I think this will work okay. We've done this before and it's fine. I just have the container, 1 for the beef and broccoli and then 1 for the ginger beef. So put this in. Oh man, look, I totally missed. It is just the way the day is going today, right? Of course I would have a whole bunch on the bottom. It's okay. I'm sure it'll turn out fine anyways. Oh, I almost closed it. We need the broccoli in there. You can totally use frozen broccoli and just dump it in, and that would make it even easier. At where we were, I think I was thinking I was gonna make like broccoli sticks to like a veggie tray also, and so I just wanted to get this. I have no idea why I just didn't go the easier route, but for whatever reason I didn't. So I'm gonna just chop this one up. I'm not even going to try to, as you can see, try to cut this really pretty, and I am cutting in the little bit of stem that is on there, because after you put it, most likely in the Instant Pot or even in the slow cooker, it'll soften up enough that I think the kiddos will eat it. And I try to cut my broccoli pretty small anyways so that my kids will eat it. If I had like a big old fluoride in there, there's no way that they would go for that. But smaller pieces like this that kind of break apart and kind of almost mix in with the sauce, they don't mind at all. So that's why I'm just kind of cutting which way. If it looks crazy to you and you're like, what is that lady doing? That's kind of the thought process in my mind. I also need another broccoli for the other recipe, so I'm going to go ahead and cut it up since my board is all kind of full of broccoli anyways. Okay, it is 5:20 and I was chopping up some more bell peppers and carrots for the next meal that I'm going to do, the Instant Pot Cajun rice and sausage, and the timer went off for the dough. So on my bread machine over here, I just went ahead and hit the dough cycle, and then I was like, I'll make some kind of buns or something with it. On this bread machine, I went ahead and just I'm going to let it bake and make a loaf of bread. So since we're having barbecue chicken tonight for dinner anyways, I'm going to go ahead and take the dough. All I've done is cut it in half, and then I'm going to cut them. I'll show you. So I just took the dough and I kind of just ripped it apart in half, and then I'm going to do the same thing again here. Just kind of want to make it so they're even-ish. I'm going to do it again here, and then I'm going to do it one more time for each little roll here. Okay, so I'm just going to let these sit until the oven warms up, and then I'm going to put them in for 30 minutes. The other bread machine, like I said, is still going, and it's going to just I'm going to let it bake the whole loaf of bread in the bread machine. So let me get back to the other meals. Okay, so as you can see, I went ahead and just chopped everything up for this last one. I did find one green bell pepper in my fridge when I went to look for the carrots. So I went ahead and diced that up, and then I did a couple more of the small peppers too. This is some carrots, and then these are just Roma tomatoes, about 3. And then I used... If you watched our Costco haul, you saw that I picked up 2 of these. These are andouille chicken sausages. So I just, I think there's 8 in one pack. There was 2. So I put 4 in one container here, sliced it up, and then 4 in this one here, because I'm going to make 2 bags. So hopefully that'll be enough. If not, the day of, I can either throw some shrimp in, or maybe chicken, whatever. Most likely we'll have chicken on hand, so we could throw that in too. But for now, I'm just going to put this in. I've never made this one before, but it does say that you can freeze it and then go ahead and put it in the Instant Pot. So let's try it out. So I'm just trying to think in my head how I want to layer this up. I know it's going to get kind of mixed up anyways, but when you put it in and then you dump it, the thing that is on top will hit the bottom of the pan first, typically. So I think I'm going to put the sausage last, and I think I'm going to put the rice first. The recipe calls for basmati rice. I think what I have is jasmine rice, and she says to switch out the rice at your own risk. So we're going to risk it. Calls for 1 cup, I believe. Let's see, 1 cup. So this is about a half cup. This is the half cup measurement. So okay, so I just put the veggies in, and then I am actually going to add the Cajun seasoning in next. Oh, also, the recipe said to use celery, but I didn't have celery, so that's what I subbed the bell pepper for. It also adds for onion though. So I'm just going to take some more frozen onion that I had and put that in too. Okay, so it is almost 6 now. This was not a quick meal prep because, like I said, life, but that's okay. It's done and I'm excited. So we have 2 Cajun rice and sausage done. I have 2, these are bacon chicken ranch. I just labeled them chicken. I better label them better. And then 1 barbecue chicken back here. We have 2 sweet and sour meatballs here, and then 2 ginger beefs here. So for the freezer, we're getting 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 meals. Plus, I have a loaf of bread that is almost done in here. I have some hamburger buns that will go with dinner in there, and then in here, our second barbecue chicken is complete. So including this one, 10 meals, a loaf of bread, and some buns, and a partridge in a pear tree. No partridge, but Thank you so much for joining me. I know we had some rough moments, but thanks for hanging in there with me. I'm so glad that we got this prepped for this month, and I am ready to kind of sit and relax for the rest of my evening. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you haven't already, and then hit that bell notification so you can be sure that you get notified when we post new videos. My name is Elena. I am a homeschooling mom to 3 kiddos, and one of the things that was a sad 3. I don't know what that was. I'm the homeschooling mom to 3 kiddos, and that's all. So I hope you enjoyed the video.